Heyo, all you pups and moles out there. Today, I did want to give a message to the world about the whole Charlie Kirk situation, and I did want to talk about the what is going on because of this whole situation. And I think I would be the best to speak about this whole issue because I am not a left, I am not a right, but someone who actually walks the line to understand both sides' issues. Okay? So, I'm not choosing sides because the problem with choosing sides is that you have to create a divide between each other that I don't want. Okay? What I want is everybody to unite. All right? So that's why I'm doing this video is because I'm sick of the hatred that is being spread because of the murder of Charlie Kirk's situation, okay? And that we need to really stop, you know, with all this violence and all this hatred between left and right. All we're doing is creating more issues that we don't need. Okay. Now, I have watched a lot of Charlie Kirk's videos and I do understand both sides. Again, you can't be choosing one side and ignore the other side. It's basically covering one eye and only seeing half the picture. It doesn't work like that. Okay? So instead, I have both my eyes open to the left and to the right, trying to figure out what is the issue, what is the problem here. Okay? And I get it. All right? I understand that all culture, religion, and race are all suffering. Okay? We're all in pain. All right? But you can't use that pain and lash out to others. Okay? The problem is that we need to find the issue. Why we're like this? Why are we so negative? Why are we so angry? Okay? And we have to not allow what do you say, society's influence. You cannot allow the um politics to get involved as well. Okay? What you have to actually look at is yourself. And you have to ask yourself, am I the problem? Okay? Because as human beings, we are flawed. We have issues. Everybody have issues. Everybody has a negative and positive thoughts. So, again, is it others that are the problem, or is it us that is the problem? I mean, look at what's happening to the right because of the whole Charlie Kirk situation that may, I do send my respects and all that stuff for what happened to him because no one deserves to die, especially based on their opinions, okay? What's really important is the facts, the truth, because what does the truth do? It sets us free. And that's the most important thing. You can't ignore, their facts, okay? And make it sound like it's an opinion when there is a difference in the definition of an opinion and the truth. Okay, the truth is always going to be the truth no matter what. You can't change the truth. Yes, the truth may have a lot of different angles to it, but the problem is it's still the truth. It still meets at the end. It still clashes at the end. Okay, even how many different angles of the truth there is, it still meets in the middle. Okay, and it shows that everything is the problem now. It shouldn't. Okay. Every culture, every religion, every race has their own problems. Okay? We need to fix those issues in our community. Okay? Look at what's happening with the whole Charlie Kirk situation getting shot. Now the right side's getting violent because of it. And they shouldn't. They allowed the name of Charlie Kirk to motivate their anger, their hatred, and soon will be violence. We don't need that. We don't need a civil war. I don't want to be in a civil war. I don't want to lose people I care about from the left and right. Okay? And the thing is, people preach about love. They always preach about love. But here's the funny thing. Do they understand the concept of love? I've heard so many different versions of love, and what I learned to understand is the meaning of love is that it's an emotion. It's an emotion that is created by a chemical through our brain. Yes, I am going scientific on this because it is the truth. Okay? But what triggers that emotion? What creates that chemical to make us feel love? Ain't it about caring? Ain't that what triggers that emotion of love, is to care? It can be to care about your family. It can be to care about your friends. It can be to care about the one you fall in love and you get into a relationship and have kids. And you start to care about your kids, and your kids have kids, and you start to care about them, your grandchildren. Okay? And then how about those who don't have a family to start? They start to put what they care about into, let's say, technology. We start to put in our care into the material world, and we start to love that more. Because we care about that shit. We wouldn't give our lives up if we didn't care about things. Okay? Like, if the house was on fire, for those who are gamers like me, are you going to run in that burning fire to save your fucking PlayStation? Are you going to run into the fire to try to save your Xbox? To show how much you care about that shit? That's the form of love. You gotta care about something before you can love it. That is the definition of love, is to care. Okay? And that's why they say that love can hurt, because if you care about something that can hurt you, it can hurt you. But that's what love is. Okay? And it's about caring for others. Caring about something that's more than yourself. Okay? So, again, why do we have to create a divide? We shouldn't. Alright? And just to let you know, like I said, I have watched a lot of Charlie Kirk's videos, and I understand his point of view. Okay? But that's all it is. It's a point of view. And I wish I would love to get in a debate with this guy, because I want to change his minds about certain things. Because the problem is that the left were asking the wrong questions. And it's one of the things I noticed. Okay? You're asking the wrong questions. How? How do you get this guy to change his mind? That's the key. Okay? Get him to understand what are the issues. Okay? Just like he was trying to do with you. But that's the thing about the truth. Okay? We all think that the truth should be this good thing. We want to paint this picture to look beautiful. And that its meaning is something good when it isn't. Okay? Because that's not the truth. The truth is the good. The truth is the bad. The truth is the ugly. We have to face all of this together. We can't be one-sided. Again, left, see, yeah, they are like this, the right are like this. How can you see the full picture when you're like this? How can you see the issues on both sides? Okay. So, what is the best choice for this? First, we have to look into what we believe in first. Okay. And what we believe in is what are the issues that are in our cultures that I believe in. Okay. So we can fix these issues in our culture. So it doesn't have to be a problem. Okay. For instance, the whole crime situation, and I'm over here laughing my fucking ass off saying, oh, it's the white issue that's causing a lot of crimes. It's the black issues that are causing a lot of the crimes. And I'm over here statistically, it sounds like you both have issues. Maybe you need to focus on your own community, clean up the issues that are within your community that are creating this hatred in your community. Okay? It's not one-sided. It sounds like it's both sides. That's what I'm saying is that we're creating issues among each other when we have our own issues to deal with. How can we fix issues when we have problems ourselves? So again, I try to keep an open mind to everything. I try to keep my open mind to everybody's opinions, and I understand your pain. I understand your suffering. I want it to stop too. Okay? And yes, our governmental system is a joke sometimes. I'm sorry to say that. Yes, our governmental system can be a joke. Our education system can be a joke. All right? And the reason why is they have problems of their own. They have issues they have to deal with. Like corruption is one of the issues that you have to deal with when it comes to the governmental system. So ain't it that our job within the government system to clean that shit up? Find ways not to cause issues in our nation? Because once we create the divide, it creates conflict. And once there is conflict, there is going to be violence. And once violence breaks out, there's going to be a civil war that I do not want. Again, I don't want to lose people I care about because of people's stupid ideology. Should we go for an idiocracy type of era? No. I rather that the whole human race should be as one race, not separate. We gotta get rid of that divide. Okay? Hey. Alright, sorry about that. Dogs were starting to bark. I have to get them down, and I'm not the guy who cares about editing videos, just to let you know. So, alright. So, what I care about is that people need to stop the hatred. Okay? Because all we're doing is becoming more violent when we shouldn't. Like I said, my condolence to Charlie Kirk and what happened to him, because that is sad what happened to him, and it shouldn't fucking happen, because there were many voices out there that could have changed his mind. Okay? Because that's the thing about opinions, they can change. It is up to us to change those opinions. That's the whole thing about debate. Okay, is that it is there to voice our opinions so we can listen and find the truth for ourselves. Okay, because their opinion counts too. All right. So, my message to the world is please stop the violence, stop this hatred, okay? I want us to be united for once. Please, please put aside of your own differences. Please put aside your hatred and try to understand one another's pain, okay? And that is very important. All right, that's all I can say about this whole situation, but I hope this word reaches out to those who need to listen. It is very important. And other than that, I'll catch all you pups and wolves later. And like I said, this is my opinion, okay? And like I said, I'm not here to piss anyone off. I just want people to know that I do care and I do want people to get along. That's it. All right. None of that. Peace out.